But it is
So what do you think is happening to Oscar? Because I know you are on his team. He hasn't been since Baku. Things haven't been going well for the Australian boy.
Yeah, of course. I think a few episodes ago he said the remaining tracks are not Oscar's strongest tracks. Plus, also he's leading the championship and people are breathing down his neck. So there's also pressure. Considering he hasn't been in this position before in Formula 1, in Formula 2, I know he's been chased before. But in Formula 1, I think the pressure is a bit different. And I'll take a comment that Andrea Stella said after the Mexico GP. He said that Oscar now has a few more tools to work with. So I think he's not yet in his prime.
I heard that and I didn't understand it. Like before he said, when I listened to it, is that the way he used to drive is still driving the same and he was winning. But now it seems like he needs to do something different.
I think for Mexico itself, because everyone was struggling with grip. Yeah. And I think Oscar now suffered more. And I think Oscar still suffers with low grip situations or conditions. So the tools I think that Andrea Stella was talking about are things that a driver can change at his disposal. If it's diff settings, brake balance, engine braking, etc., etc. Yeah, so he's still learning, and I don't know. Maybe the 4 races that are coming, I think maybe he might still mount a challenge.
You know, for Lando, he was saying something like he's not feeling the car. Like Lando was giving us hints that the car he feels he's not on top of the car yet. But for Piastri, it seems like he's okay with the car. But now it seems like it's Piastri who now needs to get on top of the car now. I don't know if things have changed or Lando has adapted well to the point whereby now he is doing better than Oscar. That's where I don't know. I don't know if it's Lando who has improved or it is Piastri who has gone down.
It's not one single thing. Because remember there was a point in time where McLaren introduced a suspension upgrade
for Lando.
No, it was actually for both of them. Piastri didn't opt in.
Yes.
Lando opted in.
Yeah.
And Lando, even before that update, he was complaining that he wasn't having a feel for the front axle. So he wasn't really confident pushing the car. And you could actually see that play out. I think from Piastri started leading the championship. I think it was after Jeddah.
Piastri?
Yeah. I think that was around 5. Jeddah. Yeah. So when Norris received this upgrade on the front suspension, it's like a coincidence. The tracks that were coming up weren't Piastri's favorite tracks. So Piastri had already built that gap. But Norris now, with the upgrade, he was now eating into that advantage that Piastri had. And of course, as I said, pressure is a thing.
Yeah.
You see, when you know your teammate is now has a car that he can drive properly. If he's beating you in free practice, in qualifying, leave you in qualifying, just free practice itself. I'm pretty sure when they're comparing the data, they're looking, Norris is faster, this corner. Maybe Piastri will try to push a little bit more. And I think we've seen with these ground effect cars, the moment you drive beyond or you overpush, you become slower. You hit your tires, you lose grip. You are trying to be aggressive with braking, you lock up, etc. And these are things that we've seen Piastri and plus other drivers who are trying to get that advantage over someone else. So Norris has taken that step forward. I think even mentality wise. This is after Zandvoort, after the summer break. I think he came back locked in. Piastri, yes, he had the advantage. I think he still had that mentality, but a simple DNF like the Baku one, and you see you're losing a chunk of points, not just to Norris, but also to Max. Now, they start getting into your head. And now, race after race, weekend after weekend, you're still losing points to them. You now start overdriving. You're actually going slower.
The Baku one, he had a force It was just a false start. We jumped to the start.
Yeah.
Then Sri went and
Yeah, it's still, as in, it's still,
But it all
still pressure.
started from the quali sessions. Ilikuwa quali ama free practice where everybody was struggling to qualify at Baku. That's how it all started. I think confidence is a key factor.
Yeah, it
like
is,
you
yeah.
said, mentality is a bit. And we talked about it. We talked about it. But when we were talking about it, I was also throwing in some hints, some shades of the team are leaning towards a certain driver and things like that. Do you think that's something he looked at and he was like, listen, I can see some favoritism happening here? Because we've had people call it out, the fans call it out. We've even had Australian media
but
call
like
it.
what incident? Other than the only one that I know is for the Monza.
There's Singapore.
Singapore?
The bumping. The bumping
That
into
was
each other.
racing, bana.
Yeah, it's racing. But you see, from Oscar's perspective, he was like, yo, if he's taking a position, does he have to like put me in this position?
And also, where was it when he was asked to give the position back after the
Monza.
That's Monza.
That's Monza.
Yeah.
Monza is the only one I can say that.
These are the things you look at and you're like,
Silverstone.
But that is not.
Yeah, if the
Okay,
team thinks
okay,
the penalty is
yeah.
unfair, then why not give me that position back?
As you said, Lando was promised last year in Hungary.
you were relaxed.
You're gonna need the team. You're gonna need Oscar.
Wait, you're gonna need the team.
God damn
You're gonna
it.
need Oscar.
Wait.
Lando was promised that championship last year.
We remember. For those of us who remember, we remember.
It was
Niko
promised.
Karatas.
It was promised to Lando.
That's damning evidence.
Yeah.
Like if you're Oscar's advocate, I can see how you're playing that in court.
But Sao Paulo, he's supposed to do better for Nani Oscar. That track should favor him.
Wait.
Sindio?
I don't think so.
Objectively, you're sitting here saying you're thinking Oscar is more favorable to beat Lando at Sao Paulo. Now, before I get into that, somebody told me watch party.
I'm trying to, from what he said, the tracks that favor Lando versus Piastri.
I think the track conditions, because again, they say Friday and Saturday,
Wet.
it might rain.
Oh.
So we're talking about low grip. Plus, I've also heard, I think they've resurfaced some few sections, but not the entire track. So I'm expecting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to be low grip conditions. And if with these new tools that Oscar has, maybe he might qualify closer to Norris, but I don't think he has what it takes to beat Norris.
And Restella said that some of those tools are supposed to help him get back to right where he was. Comes to when it comes to Interlagos.
There's somebody who told me, like I was saying, somebody who told me coach party. Towards the end of the season, even last season, Oscar just falls off.
He fell off.
Falls off performance-wise. I'm not talking falling off in a bad way. I'm talking about performance-wise. He just falls off. And I can't help but see some truth in that.
That is the time Ferrari were doing their resurgence, wanting to go for that championship constructors.
Yeah. And I can't help but see some truth in that. Like, Nikitu, if we sit here and look at it objectively, Lando has been the stronger of the drivers mentally. He has been the more composed one. Like,
Mentally?
composed in a sense of decision making for races.
No.
Like, okay,
I think
this is why I'm going to say
It has been Piastri.
Piastri.
from the beginning of the season, yes, but I'm saying towards the end of the season. And this is why I'm saying
Baku.
this.
Let's say from Baku.
I wouldn't even say from Baku. I'll say from that point where he didn't Monza. You
From
remember
Monza.
when Monza happened? Because I can remind you in real time and I'll remind you what really happened. When that incident happened, you're like, Lando is not complaining. You asked me that question. You asked me specifically. Lando isn't complaining. And I'm like, hey, maybe there's an agreement somewhere. And no sooner had you finished talking about that than a call was made. And Oscar was told, hey, give up that position. Because what has happened ni makosa yetu or something like that. And Oscar hata complain. Aliendelea. But the fact that, okay, this is me reaching to some degree. But the fact that Lando was still like, under calm under pressure, like he wasn't like, hey, what do you guys team? What? Like, I don't know if you guys remember 2022 Monaco when Leclerc was told pit, then stay out, then pit. Then he was like, you guys, what the hell is this? This is something expected to hear from Lando Norris's radio or something like that. Like in Singapore when we saw Oscar after the whole incident, he was like, so this is what we're doing now as a team. And when Zach Brown after the race was trying to talk to him and he unplugged the radio system and everything because he was pissed off. Like you can see this guy getting pissed off. you can see the mistake that happened in Baku. You can see like I don't call it desperation, but the desperation in Kota, the sprint, the whole incident. Because if he held out a bit, he will have maybe retained track position and maybe, done something towards the race, but that didn't happen.
So are you saying that Lando is mentally strong? Are you saying the whole season or the later part of the season?
The later part of the season. And
And Oscar?
I wouldn't pin it down on their mental strength or something like that. I believe it has more to do with the environment they're at and the things that they're seeing.
It's the niche of the tracks. I'll still insist on that. Yeah.
So for Interlagos, you expect Oscar Norris.
Yeah.
Even Qatar.
Yes.
So where does that leave Oscar? Which track?
I hope the tools. I hope the tools help him. Plus, of course, looking at last year, if you compare their performance last year and this year, I can say Piastri has made a significant jump. Piastri has become a better driver.
Since last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year, his tire management skills,
Yeah.
This year, he's been really good at it. Of course, also the car has improved. The car is also taking better care of the tires. But still, the constants remain. There are some circuits where Piastri is just not good at. Same thing to allow me to draw a parallel to Checo. Checo, first of the season, as in beginning of the season, really strong. Once you get to the European circuits, oh my God.
Once you get to Miami.
I don't know how Cadillac are going to help my boy. Once you get to the European circuit, he's nowhere. Yeah.
But we'll see if that will change.
Yeah. So there are drivers who are strong
Yeah.
in certain circuits and the drivers who are weak.
Even Hamilton was stronger in the second half of the season. After the summer break, there's a time like Vettel, like we could see leading the championship for a while. And then we also could see Rosberg. There was a time even he was leading the championship for a while. And then Hamilton used to come back. And I do agree. There are
Elements of the circuit being a factor.
It's a circuit, but what I think is more to do even with the toll the season is having on you. Because you have been, like for Oscar, Mekwaki race, trying to be on top of the game. Now, things, like every little thing that you do, every little mistake that you can do, even in free practice, can kill your confidence.
Yeah.
So every corner that is coming to you, you are thinking about it more than you used to do even before. So you might overthink. And then also the traveling, you have traveled the whole year, and then you are there racing again. You're supposed to perform. It's tough. But as I say, that is what differentiates the champions and the others. Yeah.
There's this famous video, Max, I think, I can't remember it was which track. But he's reporting kama kawaida, and then he's saying, you see that car?
Yeah.
That's a 7-time world champion.
Yeah.
And he's ako hapa mapema.
Yeah.
Na yeye amefika mapema.
That
was Spa.
Yeah.
But like you said, like both points are valid. If you're being honest, both points are valid. Like track will be an issue, and also confidence could be an issue. But me personally, when I say confidence being an issue, I'm still standing on. I believe there are things these people are seeing. Na hizi factors ndio naongelea. You can call them speculations or whatever, but these people aren't stupid.
Norris, on the other hand, has more experience than Oscar. He has been through these seasons more.
Yeah.
In F1.
I actually, wameacha na point ngapi? Just 1 point, sindio? I actually see, and this is no disrespect to Oscar, I actually see Max more of a threat than Oscar is to Lando's championship bid. I don't know why. I just feel Lando is comfortable knowing
that Max
Oscar is not winning that championship in that team. Mbele yake.
So what is see that's then what we can call it, that's confidence.
Yeah, that's the confidence now.
But it's not like a reality. It's the confidence. It's what you tell yourself for confidence.
When you are telling me like so towards the end of the season this one has more confidence than this one. It's not that he believes he is the better driver. I think he looks at everything as a collective whole, and he sees, I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. And he sees, this is my team. this team will do things to help me. I think that's what he sees. And I think Oscar's drain...
Whether it's true or not.
Okay. I think Oscar's drain in confidence isn't even because of TCG jet lag ama vituka hizo. It's one, the fact that he's losing points and he was losing ground. That's one. And two, the fact that he can also kind of sense that energy that Lando actually believes this is his team. And he can actually see that team bend towards Lando in some instances. And we can all see. It's not something that I'm out here speaking out of the blue.
And the fact that journalists ask these questions.
And journalists asking these questions and they're not getting a clear answer. The answers they're getting ni papaya rules. You get me?
They said like for the the Singapore one, they said that Lando will pay for it. But how you'll do it is something internal. It's not for the public.
Sasa hiyo surely. Na unasikia vitu venye akina Max wanamwambia. You see what akina Max are telling this guy. If it was me, siwezi peana position. Things like that zinamuonyesha I might have made a mistake. I know right now the current conditions that have happened right now. Oscar rudishwe back to Monza. He's not giving that position.
He's not giving that position.
He's not giving that position back. Not happening. And I think Lando is at a position whereby sasa he's not the one who's ahead. Ndio unipite. We check you. I don't know who you have to pray to, but ndio unipite.
We better both crash.
Venye tulisema ndio unipite. Me check, listen. I respect you and what you have going on, but I can also tie it into, if you want me to conspiracize, I can tie it into, last time ulikuwa unaniambia he has a really good advisor in Mark Webber, and I told you, listen, si Mark Webber alipitia the same things.
Yeah.
You were like Mark Webber and I was telling you, Mark who? How many championships has he won? Didn't Mark Webber go through the same things Oscar Piastri is going through right now?
I said he knows what it feels like to be a number 2 driver. Mark Webber. Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm seeing the similarities now in my head, the similarities between Oscar and Mark Webber's situation. And he's in his scripts, you can't just make up. These are scripts you can't
now, Mark Webber is supposed to advise him. Unajua, unaona shimo, unaona mtego ulipita ikakushika. There's a place you passed, there was a trap and ilikunasa. You can advise somebody, when you go there, don't do this. Don't be like
Usisikilize
me.
Team.
Don't be like me.
But it's hard to see happen because Oscar is a really good driver. Now, I'm not really rooting for I'm not really rooting for Lando to win the championship. I just saw it happening. But if I want somebody to win the championship, mimi niko nyuma ya Max. Mimi I'm a Red Bull devotee right now. Mimi niko hapa, I'm praying,
Interlagos Max for the win? They said they're listening to Max now. They're building the car from his feedback.
Sema mambo ya Yuki hawataki kusikia.
But Yuki is also benefiting. Now the window period of performance is wider. Like you can have a small error in the setting without a bigger consequence. Not as before. Before it was very tight.
Yeah, Max for the win.
For Interlagos.
Grand Slam.
I need Yuki to do something to those McLarens.
Before tuende mbali.
Kama anaweza combine hizo zote mbili like this.
Azitoe. Unajua kwanza being a sprint weekend kuna 2 avenues for points. So 2 avenues for points.
You can practice it on the sprint and execute it during the race.
Aren't you guys looking for that third position for championship?
The one against Mercedes.
Against Mercedes. Mercedes walikuwa wamechukua number 2 briefly.
Well, right now between Mercedes and Ferrari it's 1 point. The constructors. So and Red Bull is 10 points behind. Verstappen.com. We're 10 points behind, so I think the battle between the Ferraris and the Mercedes, I think that is, I see them switching positions than Max taking, Max making Red Bull P2 in the constructors.
You see Mercedes and Ferrari waki exchange positions more than you guys usurping them.
Yes.
Okay, you see that. But Okay.
Ferrari, Mercedes have 2 drivers. Or Ferrari has 2 drivers. Even if you don't want to name one.
I haven't said I don't want to name.
Mercedes has 1.5 drivers. Man. Red Bull has Verstappen.com.
You're the song ya 2.5 men.
Yeah.
Hey, but Kimi did well in Mexico. Okay, Kimi does well outside Europe, by the way.
Apparently. Contract. Hey, does he have a new contract?
Who?
Yeah, see, confirmed.
Unajua contract ya
Kimi.
I'm seeing the recorder is on 44. Contract ya 44, imekuwa up in imeletwa mahali ati ni kama hataongezwa, but I digress. Yeah. Nimesikia we are looking at this was just hii ilikuwa banter. This was just banter. We are looking at Rosberg, but of course we are looking at Behrman.
Behrman's performance. I actually was like, okay,
I told you Ferrari needs to look at Behrman.
But in that Mexico,
Verstappen, bro.
In that Mexico race, the Behrman, I was like kind of happy for Behrman, but knowing that he's like in front of Max, Atakama, you're doing.
I was like, what the hell, man?
Go and do that.
Get out of the way, man.
Go and do it behind.
Because I honestly believe that first stint, as much as it was horrible for Max, if he was closer to the leading group, he would have taken that P2 without even chasing Charles. I don't know. But they,
do you know how did you see how he recovered?
Yeah, he had a really good recovery.
Hiyo lap yenye VSC litoka, that position was being taken.
Carlos was like, nilikuwa nimesahau. Let me do my boy a solid. Let me do my boy a solid. I was like, God damn. And by the way, we were watching it live. Unajua ilikuwa tense moments.
It was tense. I was on my seat. I was like, come on, man. Come on, Max.
I knew that.
We actually have a moment on camera where some guys were watching with anticipation, with anticipation. Then the virtual safety car inakam, everybody to helmets. And it is what it is.
You know, the FIA/the stewards, they had an opportunity to make this the race of the season.
That's why I miss Honor angesema no, we want racing.
We want 1 lap of racing.
Okay, we did get that.
Lazima chokoza watu 2021. Come on, give us 1 lap. But he
could have pushed for not having a virtual safety car at all.
Yeah.
No. Hey, wait, make sure these people finish in racing.
Muli bow to pressure. You know, bowing to pressure is a very bad thing.
This was going to be the race of the season, man. From lap 1.
Yeah.
But on our side, I mean, Lauren Makers is doing a really wonderful job. Pale Red Bull, he's like researched you, he's brought you from the depths of hell and brought you back into the competitive fold. So, like, I mean,
you're exaggerating. Yes, he's doing a brilliant.
What am I
job.
exaggerating?
We weren't in the pits. We were pivot in the constructors when you joined.
I think P4.
Yeah. Who was P3?
Ngoja ilikuwa McLaren, Mercedes. No, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes. And you guys. Then Max alikuwa ameanza kukula some points akikuja, then he overtook Mercedes kidogo. Then akarudi tena P4. Then now we are in the position we are in.
I wouldn't give him like all the flowers. I'd give him like a third 2/3, and then I give a third to Christian.
Wait, why are you giving Christian? Okay, let me put it like this.
Upgrades.
Let me first put it like this.
The upgrades, the third I'm giving to Christian, the upgrades that were bolted onto the car after summer break, they're already in the pipeline during Christian's time. Yes.
Oh, that's a fair point. Like, hizi ni upgrades zilikuwa already
in the
pipeline, irrespective of whether or not we were having some drama. Hizi ni
now the 2/3 is now in the public domain that now the team is listening to Max. So now if you try and join the dots, then, and remember Max was a bit disgruntled at that time.
There's a guy who had a theory.
Let me just ask one question. Just one. Did Max and Christian have a falling out of any kind whatsoever?
No.
We don't know.
Not that we are aware of.
Yeah.
Because hiyo ndio time kulikuwa na the rumors Mercedes blah 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 whatever.
So, those rumors are independent of the type of relationship.
Okay, I already
rumors
know.
Will always be there. You just know.
We already know Joseph Verstappen position with Christian Horner. That was out in the public. But the Max situation was kind of difficult to understand. What does Max feel? Like, is Max confident in his team principle na vitu guys?
Max was saying, yeah, he's confident in the team. And he's just...
I've never had
to drive, man.
Even that time Honor had that scandal and they wanted Max to comment. Max hakuko.
Hii lazima nende nifanye independent research because I need to know this because hadi mimi nilikuwa shocked. I was like, Max anageuzia Honda because I thought these guys were like, buddies because Honda is the one who brought Max into the fold.
He's never done that.
Yeah.
So there was this guy was saying that team principals with technical background or engineering background are currently in this era doing well than maybe principals from either managerial position or racing, a former racing driver. Or
So we have Eyo Komatsu,
who is doing very well since
Haas, yes.
he picked up.
We have
Voiles.
JMO.
He has an engineering background.
To some degree, he alikuwa technical director.
In Mercedes.
Being a technical director doesn't mean you have an engineering background.
Chances of him having some engineering background
The of Red Bull. I don't.
Laurent Mekies.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
He's even served in the FIA apparently.
Matia Binotto.
Yeah, Binotto, yeah. But he's
Hey, wait, podium. Sauber.
yeah.
Podium.
Okay, kuna flashes of brilliance here and there.
Yeah.
So
Who else?
could it be true that
So umesema turudishe alikuwa anaitwa Ottoman. Alikuwa anaitwa what was his name?
Otma. Otma was mtoko iron mashati bwana. No engineering background. Nini? Working with a briefcase. You ever heard of any engineer who works with a briefcase?
Ndio maana unasema Toto is struggling.
Nimesema kitu kama hiyo.
Yeah, no, I'm just alluding to the fact. Ndio maana mnasema Toto is struggling.
Struggling with what?
Sema with this regulation period.
Toto.
So mmesema guys with engineering background walikuwa wana survive kwa hii era vizuri.
Everyone has struggled. Come on. Mercedes for the longest time they've had the best engineers, yeah? They have their own
since 21?
James Allison.
Since 22?
Yeah, 22. Remember, everyone struggled with these regs.
Yeah.
But other people had like an advantage. For example, Adrian Newey, he had prior knowledge with
Andrea Stella.
previous ground effect, whatever.
Oh, Andrea Stella also. Okay.
Andrea Stella, engineering background.
Yeah.
What?
Before he became a Ferrari person mahali, si alikuwa part of that team wale wenye graduate kwa the Ferrari factories na vitu kaizo.
We do more research there.
Yeah.
You just have to know your people.
Because if that is true, it could be signaling something to you guys.
What are you trying to say?
Mr. Fred.
Wacha mambo yako. Kwanza nimesikia next year we are going back to the push road ama sijui ni pull road ama sijui ni nini. These guys.
Fred akona nusu za mtu.
No, I think Fred is okay.
Release the notes.
Hey, but kudos to you guys. In the American stint so far, you guys are doing well.
But unajua, I'm actually surprised. Now speaking of Ferrari, I'm actually surprised at how well we are doing because before that America's
Even
stopped.
last year, Ferrari, you had a very good stint in America.
But I'm saying just before the America stop, we were here and I really had a bad episode. This is 2 episodes ago. I was just here. I was just, hey. I don't know what's going on.
Your acting skills on
So what do you think happened?
my acting skills on point.
It's it's one of those things that happen and no one can explain.
Hata mimi siwezi explain. I really can't explain, but I think
the performance at Qatar.
And Mexico.
the American circuits are performance.
The American. Even last year in US, I think Carlos won in Mexico, Charles won in US last year. And in this, they have been on the podium.
And Charles was number P2, the qualification P2, P3, they had some really good qualifications pale Mexico.
Ferrari did well in Mexico and Qatar, yeah. So
He's had a back-to-back podium, Qatar and Mexico, P3 and P2.
Yeah.
Because hey, those trophies were looking good, bro. Under the Texas trophies. Hey, shout out to the Texas trophies. I personally believe they're the best trophies I've ever seen in my life. In the sport. I've not seen pretty.
is it pretty? Me, I saw it like intimidating.
That's pretty to me.
Like if you
not
put it
pretty.
if I put it in my house and you come and see it,
You utaniuliza maswali. Okay, nice. It's
like
a conversation starter.
It's like a if
A
I
back
have
on the wall.
No, if I have a a cabinet full of trophies and I put that one there, it will stand out.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
They look good. You also talking about the Brazil one. The Brazil one. Not that European woke, don't call it woke nonsense, but the woke maneno ati sijui.
Yeah, Hungary, the glass
Achana
one.
the Hungary one. Like, which is the one yenye walikuwa na the plastic trophies and you kiss it sijui, then it's glows.
Was there but there was something like that. Like, is what last year but
Was
one?
it Jeddah?
No, the Jeddah zikuwa kali. The Jeddah zikuwa kali. The Arabs know how
Yeah,
to
the
make
Jeddah
good
is
trophies.
the crescent, I think.
Yeah. There are some good trophies. Ilikuwa tu some European circuit hapa. Ilikuwa sijui some ni Netherlands.
So for Ferrari
Is it the Dutch is it the Dutch GP? I think ilikuwa the Dutch GP.
in a glow.
Na Australia.
No. It was Miami?
Miami they also had good
I don't
trophies.
expect that kind of nini in Europe. Maybe
At in Europe. Inakuanga Europe. See that you don't expect it in Europe. Inakuanga Europe.
you kiss the trophy and ina change color.
Hizo vitu. But anyway, I'm not done winning the trophies, so I have again reserve my opinion.
So you say you don't have an idea why Ferrari.
I don't know, because one thing I do know, anything about Ferrari in terms of development that I know is they stopped developing the car kitambo. These guys are focusing on the 2026 car. That's one thing I know.
So hopes for Interlagos.
Hamilton might pull a rabbit out of the hat. Who knows? You know, he has that thing with him whereby I know Bernie Eccleston. By the way,
It's his second home.
yeah, it's his second home. He has a citizenship huko, by the way. Don't take it for granted.
Passport. Akona passport.
Citizenship.
Like, does he have a
Like he's a
Brazilian?
Brazilian citizen. Like dual citizenship. He's British / Brazilian. Yeah, he has an honorary citizenship there. They love him.
Like when the FIA are giving penalties, like in Mexico, maybe they will check passport.
You're Brazil.
Brazil.
The wrong one. Someone pulled up the wrong passport.
Turn up na the wrong passport.
Aliingia Mexico with a Brazilian passport.
Could be. But yeah, he has an honorary citizenship from Brazil. And that's saying something. That's, levels to this. There's levels to this thing.
Okay.
So, I mean, I the reason I'm saying this is because, like, his last Mercedes win, do you guys remember where he happened at?
Silverstone.
Because Silverstone. Oh, yeah.
And did any of us see that win coming? Let's be honest.
No.
When it came.
Hey, Mercedes on point that weekend. What are you talking about?
No, before we go to the
I think
weekend.
that was his only win
Yeah.
of the year.
But Mercedes were on
From
that weekend.
2021. That was
I
his only
think,
win
I think
from
he has
2021.
been winning a race each season.
No, 2022 he won no race. I had a
No,
wager
no,
with
like-
somebody. 2022 is not going to win a race, and he didn't win any race because they didn't lose.
Okay.
2023, I think he won a race in 2023, won, and 2024 won.
I know there was a year he won 2 because of I don't know. Was it George who was disqualified and
That's
inherited
Spa.
the win? Yeah, in Spa. That year he had 2 race wins.
Sini maybe hiyo na Silverstone.
So before that, the probability of him winning, like vilikuwa nauliza, ni ilikuwa low before that Silverstone. So me, I don't think that Silverstone win was expected.
Yeah, it wasn't expected.
Bro, Mercedes were untouchable. I still insist that weekend.
You can insist because based on the weekend, and maybe you, after seeing what you saw kwa free practice na vitu hizo.
They came with a Silverstone package.
Yeah, ilikuwa circuit specific package. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, leading up to Silverstone, were Mercedes in the picture of a championship challenge win? I mean, a race win. They were not. They were not in the picture of a race win.
Well, we've always said Ferrari is more likely to win at Monza. It's the same thing.
For
So
Mercedes.
if it's your home race and you put all your eggs in that one basket, then
Okay, using that same analogy, that's the analogy I'm using for Brazil. Like, I think he'll pull up and he'll be like, you know what?
nah.
And not get a win, but
Podium.
that's a podium.
Podium.
You know, he has a very bad record at Ferrari. He's the driver who has gone the longest without getting a podium in a Ferrari.
Before the Alpines, not seeing it happen.
Before
To get another double podium.
Bernie Eccleston, a polarizing figure in the sport.
What?
Yeah, polarizing figure in the sport.
According to him.
He is a polarizing figure. That's not a subjective take. That's objective.
It's subjective, man.
That's objective. Anyway, Bernie Eccleston has said something. Alisema something. Alisema Hamilton is regretting going to Ferrari or something along those lines. And he said, yeah, he might be he might have been among the best drivers of the last decade, but he was certainly not the best. So, Mr. Bernie Ecclestone, what are you alluding to? What are you alluding to? But I know some of us here agree with that comment. Not to a Red Bull. I know you guys agree with that comment. He might have been one of the best the last 10 years, but he was certainly not the best.
So, but Behrman is making a good case by
the records speak for Hamilton. I consider him like the best.
Last 10 years?
Yes.
That's 2015, 16, 17,
Yes.
18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
He has actually the superior record. So, Bunny and start with the waters. Bunny starting the waters.
Ulionaje performance ya Behrman?
Hey, I have no problems with Behrman, man.
2027.
He's giving me shades of 2019 Sauber Charles. 2019 money 18. Sauber Charles. I mean, like, that's good performances in a Sauber.
The team was so happy. I didn't expect that kind of celebration for a P4.
Solid points. Unajua P4 ni how many points? 15. That's a good haul of points for a team that is battling si wako mid of the table huko. Wanapigania hapo mid table.
Na Racing Bulls, Aston Martin na Haas.
The hawajachana sana.
They have 12 points
between
them for P6. Yes.
Unajua that's millions of dollars in prize money. So hey, Behrman,
celebration lazima.
Behrman is doing that. Now speaking of Behrman na contract situations, lazima tugusilie contract situations because at the time of this recording, Colapinto ni kama they are going to add him another key contract. Ni kama kido watamuongeza contract. And
Flavio
Briatore ameona
ama amekosa mtu mwingine.
That's what you guys were telling me. So please dive into it. Mlikuwa mnasema nini? What are you guys trying to say?
I think there's no driver who is interested in driving within the grid and outside the grid.
Interested in Alpine?
Yes. What if is there a driver in the Alpine Academy at the moment who's promising?
Oscar Piastri. Oh, I mean he left.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah. Because I think if a better driver came knocking the door.
Are you okay? But you felt it. Yeah, I also felt it.
If a better driver came knocking, then Colapinto would be kicked out.
If there was a driver interested, I'm a driver who
a better driver. Yeah.
Now this is if buts and maybes.
Duhan unfortunately, I think he's cooked. He's out. I'm never seeing him coming back to Formula 1.
Damn.
Do you remember him?
Jack Duhan.
I mean,
mwenye alikuwa na alipewa just like 4 races or something.
Was it? No.
But I don't think he was that bad. I don't see the difference between him and Colapinto. I'm even surprised Colapinto is even in contract negotiations.
Yeah, if they were the same, then Flavio would be like, hey, Colapinto, go away. Someone else. Maybe Colapinto is slightly better than Duhan, but I'm not seeing Colapinto doing any wonders in that car. Plus, also the car isn't that great.
Yeah.
Their position in the constructors speaks.
Where are they in the constructors?
P10.
How many points do they have?
I don't know.
A few years ago, we were clowning somebody because they didn't have a point into round 15 of the season.
Haas or who?
I know. Gene Haas feels like he dodged a bullet.
Firing Gunther.
Because
I should have fired them long time ago, man.
Because from the DTS series, every time they have a bad race, fucking hell. Alikuwa anaenda napiga simu. Okay, Gene, we need an extra 10 million for updates or whatever.
Yeah. Wait, but speaking of Haas,
in the realm of if buts and maybes, tustoke kwa Alpine kwanza. What happens if Alpine go into next year and the Mercedes engine is as it has been rumored to be?
Correction, Kick Sauber had 0 points last year as of the Mexican GP.
Bottas, what were you doing there, Bottas?
Hey, man.
Bottas, he thinks he's living without something.
Another to my calendar too.
Hey, they helped. Si unaona alipiga ma-upgrade sahi, unaona pali wako.
Anyway, back to
Alpine. What happens if they come into next year and the Mercedes engine proves to be what people are touting it to be, and they have a good engine and they have a solid car and they start performing? What happens then?
guess it will be an attractive team.
Na ngoja. In still the same kind of worms. How many teams are Mercedes supplying? Acha tuangalie teams wana supply themselves. McLaren. Alpine.
Next year.
Yeah. Aston Martin left for Honda. Williams. These are 4 teams.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Out of 11.
11. Yeah.
Oh, Cadillac. Cadillac are back.
But Cadillac are coming with Ferrari, isn't there?
So,
Come on, GM Motor.
what
You can
happens
build a better
if
engine.
Mercedes have a very bad engine next year? Or they don't have a reliable engine?
See, they're cooked.
No, look at the teams that are getting affected.
Okay, we are waiting to go to. Me, I don't want to start speculating on those things. They could have a bad engine or a good engine.
Ilikuwa speculation.
Come on, they know how to build engines, man.
But anyway, yeah.
Even if there's a miss, it is maybe a few races and then
back to German ingenuity.
they go back
And I
to
think there's some changes, or there's some changes that are going to be implemented in 2026 regarding the power units. So right now Alpine, they've never sorted their power unit. It's always down. Is it by 30 horsepower or something?
Yeah.
But in the next set of regulations, if there's a power unit manufacturer who gets himself or herself or themselves in the same situation, then I think there is some leeway in which they can still try and catch up rather than homologate and freeze.
They'll be allowed to spend more money.
Yeah. Which I think is good, because I believe Alpine, when Alonso was driving for them, yes, they still had a shitty engine, but they were a bit competitive. If they were given that opportunity to, let's say, like fix their power units, or everyone else gets like a penalty to try and like a BOP, what ballast, like 700 grams or something, or some additional weight. I think Alpine would be more competitive, because right now it's sad seeing where they are. Like every race, every qualifying, you're just like,
They're there.
Yeah.
At the bottom.
Truly sad. And my boy, I don't know how my boy Gasly is still sticking with them. I don't know.
Did he renew a contract this year?
I think he is.
Yeah. So it's going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I can say, we will have to wait.
So another thing happening in 2026 is that they are considering a mandatory 2 pit stop. And it will be tabled into the next... I think they have this meeting.
Yeah, they're sporting council. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever they. Yeah.
And they are looking at how they are going to do it. Like if you introduce a 2-stop, maybe you don't have to use the 2 compounds. I mean, at least as in more than 1 compound. Like if they want to, as much as they're introducing it, to also let loose on some areas on the regulation. Yes, you can use, you have to stop 2 times, but you can use the tire compounds that you want. Those are the things. And also some things like you can't use a single compound for more than like 45% of the race. I don't know how it's going to
That's
be.
interesting, but it's
going to confuse the fans if it's being put it like that.
Maybe you remind me, which race did we have where, I think it was Qatar. Was it 23?
Where?
2023. Where the FIA gave a mandate that...
To stop.
Yeah.
It was
No.
Monaco.
They said for this specific tire, this is the maximum number of laps that you have to do.
Oh,
Remember there was a Pirelli turned up with some tires that had some...
I remember.
defects. Yeah. You hit the cabs hard, and then the carcass falls apart. Yeah.
I remember there was such a race.
Yeah, and that race was boring because everyone was pretty much subjected to the same strategy.
Yeah, that's the problem now. Like if you force people, because you see the last like 5 races have been won from a 1-stopper. If you introduce it, you're not doing much difference. The idea is to have the freedom of doing a 1-stop if you want, or a 2-stop or a 3-stop. But if you restrict it to...
Yeah.
I think more changes should be done on the tire.
On the tires. Pirelli need to turn up with candle wax for tires.
You do 10 laps.
10 laps. 2 laps, you're done. 2 laps, you're cooked.
And I think the falling off like should be a cliff. it should not it should feel like a rain started. Yani ni kama kumenyesha tu. Like lap 46 you did this lap 47 you are slow by a minute. Like it falls off the cliff.
Like half a second every lap. Hey, that's catastrophic, man.
I don't know how it's possible to do it. Like icona grip, but it doesn't lose performance gradually. You were true just off the cliff. Like if it falls on you, you lose like 4 or 5 positions in that lap.
I wonder what McLaren are going to pull out.
I think I agree with you. It should be they should be focusing on the tires more.
Yeah.
We were talking about this being the last year we're having DRS. The next year we're having active aero. And nimekuwa nikiona some mom slogans ama mom abbreviations being thrown around. Now we were having a quick trivia, me and you. And you asked who was the first person to use the DRS button?
To overtake.
To use the DRS.
To
overtake. To use basically the technology. Na hizi ni vitu zenye zikuwa they go down into the F1 law, the F1 history na vitu kaa hizo. And I don't know if you know. Do you know who the first person to use the DRS button was?
See, I was here when you guys were having that conversation.
You dropped on it, eh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, alikuwa hapo hiyo conversation iki
okay.
Yeah, so that was Fernando Alonso. Don't remember the track quite properly. But do you guys expect active aero and what FIA are touting it to be any different from what DRS has been the past 15 years? 15, 13 years.
Are they not replacing it with like a boost button for battery or something?
Yeah.
So it's no longer like the results of DRS will be still there. It's only that they'll be achieved through another means. Like
basically, okay, my understanding of the concept is DRS is just like a small thing, but with active aero, they are now implementing the whole thing on the car because ni DRS ya mbele na nyuma.
Okay,
see the front inaitwa hizo stuff.
I'm saying about the driver aid to overtake. Something that is like a tool you give to the driver to enable him to overtake.
Yeah.
That is what DRS is.
Yeah.
They are replacing it with some battery thing. Like you get more power when you're within armor.
No, see, the DRS is being replaced with active aero. They're just enhancing it. See, active aero now DRS is the flap.
Active aero is like flexi wing.
Yeah. See, active aero, it's only the rear wing. DRS, it's only the rear wing that opens up to allow the airflow to pass, so less drag. Now, see, they're implementing that DRS concept pia kwa the hizo front ninis naitwaje. The front wings, yes.
The front wings.
The front wings. So it's the whole system. It will be a whole system. Not the whole system itakuwa kitu active aero. What you are talking about, I've seen about 2, but I don't even really understand how that's going to work. Is it going to kind of work like what Formula E are doing ama itakuwa ni nini? But I know they kutakuwa na extra power ya battery because they're removing MGU-H. So
which is a big mistake. I will always say that.
Yeah, they're removing the MGU-H, which is the mechanical unit that grabs the heat and converts into power in the current F1 cars.
It's exhaust gas. They have that technology is the new Turbo S 911.
But Porsche shied away from the sport.
Wait, see, there's someone who recently just introduced electric turbos.
Yes, actually, whatever they're getting rid of is that electric turbo. UMG, whatever.
MGU-H.
And for me, I think it's a brilliant piece of engineering. I don't know why they...
Maybe it's because we know these guys have been talking about they're trying to make the engines, the regulations of the engines na vitu kaa hizo zikwe in such a way that any manufacturer is in a position whereby they're like, you know what, this is technology we can afford, this is technology we can invest in, and we are going to apply ourselves into this technology.
Yeah. The reason is it's expensive and it's complicated.
Yeah.
It's usually complicated until it's not. Like itafika point everybody understands it and it no longer
unfortunately it's been there for a while and it's still
they're there to make any big steps
anyway, I usually say this, like give them fuel. How you're going to either you decide to use a V8 or a V12 or nini, bora you don't, like if it is 100 liters of fuel, that is what you have. Whichever engine you want to use, it's up to you. However you want to do it, it's up to you.
Umesema less restrictions in the sport.
Like let it see who can use this energy, because that, let's say 100 liters of fuel has this amount of energy. Who can use that efficiently? Because Formula 1 for me, I see it as like a science project.
See, it's all, that's why it's in it of formula something.
Yeah.
Formula 1.
we want to see the brilliance of engineers.
Yeah, and I think the current set of rules allows for that. I don't think kind of I can see your point. But I believe there is enough wiggle room for people to be creative with their engineering skills. There is enough wiggle room. I do believe that. But I believe they could be... I don't know if you guys have ever seen that concept car of the perfect Formula 1 car. You guys have ever seen that?
What do you mean perfect Formula 1 car?
Like there's a render that went viral or public about when Adrian was asked if you were to shape the regulations of the sport or something like that, how would you want the cars to look like Navitukai and what he drew kind of linked or something like that. I don't know if you've seen that thing. And it's some alien kind of thing because gari yake ilikuwa back then hata hakukuwa na halo, but gari yake ilikuwa na like a windshield or something just for aero performance and things like that. It's something we'll put it up so that you can see.
I think it will be a mess if they just let the teams do their own devices. Because remember again, we want to see close racing. So if you say, hey, I'm giving you 100 liters, then that's up to you.
With the cost cap, of course.
Yes. Now, you still don't know. There's someone who will gain a significant advantage. Someone who can make, I don't know.
And he deserves the
champion. Vibranium.
And the moment bora kuna cost cap.
The moment yes. Wait. Yes, but you see, it's also going to be unfair to other people who don't have that technical expertise. If you give them like a blank sheet of paper and then you tell them you have 100 liters.
These are the dimensions of your
kilometers, car? Yes. A race is 300 kms. Use this efficiently. The people who are going to excel, the people who are not going to excel. And that's okay. That's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But if you tighten the rules, and then you only leave
a small wiggle room.
Yes. Now you'll see people who are producing power units that have, for example, like the same as in the output or how efficient they are, really close. You'll see when it comes to aerodynamics, when you have those bounds, those two boxes, you're basically limiting. You don't want to give someone a crazy advantage just because they have the technical expertise.
Now that you said,
it's your brilliance.
Yes, it is.
It's your brilliance. You should get rewarded for that.
Look at
with
work.
A trophy.
Look at work with the hypercars, especially this year. The balance of performance has been shit.
What has been happening?
Work has the same. Work implements
ballast.
No, not even ballast. I want to say compared to Formula 1, I can say they are a bit more relaxed when it comes to work. They say maximum downforce. This is the maximum downforce that a car can produce.
They have less restrictions to
yes. But it's a mess making those cars
competitive.
Close. It's a mess. Because now you see you have to penalize. Now there are some cars which have all-wheel drive. There are some cars which are rear-wheel drive.
Everybody comes with their own interpretation on how to properly... Yeah.
Now you see places where, for example, circuits where traction is really good or circuits where grip is low, you're favoring the person who has like all-wheel drive. You see like Peugeot, there's some circuits where the Peugeot is unmatched.
But
there's circuits where the Peugeot... It's all-wheel drive. Yeah. Look at the newest kids on the block, Aston Martin. They don't have an electric component to their power units. They suffer in power-hungry circuits. Now, just because they've been led to their own devices, you see now you're watching a race, you're like, Ferrari is going to win this automatically. You're watching a race, you're like, Aston Martin, of course, they're not going to win this.
Okay. And
also you have teams.
Remember Braun GP 209?
Addition to that, you also have teams as in Akuja, then they see they can't compete and they live like Lamborghini, for example.
Yeah.
Lamborghini kweli what did they see?
But for real, Lamborghini walikuja one year.
Moja wakaona
Even Toyota in Formula 1 they came and they thought they
Toyota there. Toyota wako.
They are coming Kisudo.
Wako.
They're using pseudo
Point
accounts.
is, when you search the word Toyota kwa Formula 1, wako yes or no?
Okay, wako. Kisudo.
Wako. Toyota still in F1.
So if you remember the 2009 championship, the Bronze GP, they had they came up with something that gave them an advantage.
The double diffuser.
Yeah. Which enabled them to win the championship. But very soon other teams were catching up. For me, I would rather have that guy, brilliant guy, team that inaenda inafanya hivyo, and then others catch up, and we at least now we are aware of the technology.
Sasa,
and the technology is with us now, than restricting people. Afadhali, let's have that 1 year, the season that this guy is beating everybody, but at least we will know this technology exists. You can build a car like this, because other teams, there's no way other teams are going to watch this team doing this thing and they watch.
I wish
they will also do their own thing.
I wish.
But the blessing in it is that the technology will be available to us all.
But are they giving value to the customers, the
No,
fans,
not
the fans
even
who watch the sport?
Exactly. Are they giving value to the whole concept of the sport? What is the sport about?
This who
Listen.
can go
Easy wacky races.
who can go the fastest, like in those 300 kilometers.
The sport is a science project. Wewe mwenyewe si ndio ulisema?
Exactly. Si ndio nasema, why are you like, if there's an engineer who can like come up with something that even doesn't look like an engine and use that 100 liters of fuel na yake kwa Formula 1 car and it goes very 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 fast.
Okay. This is your coin. Can I tell you the flip side of that coin? The flip side is when the rules are too tough, people become even more brilliant by trying to find ways to cheat.
Yeah.
That's the flip side of what you're talking about. It's the same coin. You're talking about how, listen, giving these people all this freedom will actually let them, come up with ingenious ways, with ingenious technology that will also help the majority, not only people in the sport, it will trickle down to everybody else.
Yes.
Now, first things first, everything in Formula 1 eventually trickles down to the cars, to the road cars. It all eventually finds its way.
Yes, but if you restrict the engineers to build something...
Now, the reason the restrictions are happening, because one, Kenya unaambio sahi, if the measures are not tighter, then it's not controlled. The environment is less controlled. And if the environment is less controlled, then it's more chaotic. And if it's more chaotic, inamaanisha balancing things out in terms of for you to get the excitement you want to get, for you to get the competitiveness you're currently getting with Red Bull, the competitiveness you're currently getting with, say, McLaren, because like say Red Bull were recently leading the championship and you guys were dominating kituka hiyo. Then McLaren may come and disrupt you guys. And before Red Bull, Mercedes were in that mold na vituka hizo. And before Mercedes, maybe Ferrari back in the day na vituka hizo. But if you let these guys go, now it will be unfair for teams like us because sasa Ferrari watakuja waseme, ati mmesema nini? They have the best in class. Teams like Mercedes, they have everybody who's the best in class. So these guys are coming out with things. Now, tungekuwa na situation kaa hiyo Ferrari, you think fuel gate ingekuwa imeulizwa swali? Fuel gate ingeacho iende. Tungekuwa saina championship kaa 4-5. We will have been having like...
If everybody is allowed to do it, when you allow one team to do something else. Okay,
but you
imagine
see,
this.
Wait. When someone has done something brilliant and it's not against the rules, no one, FIA/no one wants to know what exactly are they doing. Only when they're doing something illegal do they get investigated. Then people know what exactly they were doing.
They get investigated. The assumption of them doing something illegal is because of how they perform. It starts from there.
Let me give you
if for example, let's say next year 2026, we start Nini. Then we have, let's say, Max winning by a minute, maybe 2 minutes, every race. Of course, people will start to investigate. The first thing that will come is that they are cheating. Then we want to investigate. Like FIA doesn't open this car, we want to see here, we want to see here.
Because there's a strict set of regulations.
Yes.
If it was open and they were winning by a minute.
Let me finish my point. So it's like this. If there's an engineer out there who can build a car that can use within this cost cap and the fuel that they have been given, and create a car that can go fast, they should be rewarded. They should be rewarded. Now, I don't mind that we can have a car that is winning all the races so long as other teams now try to catch up.
But they can't catch up because now look at how Formula 1 is set up in the first place. The more you win, the more you get paid. The more you win, the richer you get. Kuna people who will struggle to catch up because there are some teams which there are teams which
That's
from
why
the
there's a
beginning
cost cap.
hata ukuwe na cost cap gani. The moment you start winning, everybody else is at a disadvantage because one, you're hiring the best in class. Upende usipende. You're hiring the best in class. It doesn't matter how cost cap in exists or how exists. You're hiring the best in class. Cost cap in exists to limit how much. Now, if you're having the best in class, of course they're going to find a way.
Wait. Let me ask you.
Damage.
Let's say uko Ferrari and you are an engineer there. Like you can do something that is not illegal, but it will give you an unfair advantage. Will you use it?
Yeah.
It is not illegal, but it will give you an unfair. Why will you use it and you are against it?
Because this is the nature of competitiveness. This is the nature of sport.
Then
Sport
why are you shifting the rule when it comes to when I say that give these guys this amount of fuel and let them figure out how they are going to make the engine?
Because there are very many flaws ama holes in your car. Like you, we umesema regulation yako. This is a Mushiri regulation ya Formula 1. Give these people 100 barrels of petroleum and let them go.
And sasa they make an engine or however whatever they will call it, inaweza kuwa kwa tire, I don't know, that will make that car go around those 300 kilometers and it wins.
So now what I'm trying to tell you is it's basically the same thing. Ni venye sasa ya hao imekuwa more technical, they've broken down every single department. Wameamua, you know what, sasa kwa engine, instead of giving them 100 barrels, we'll tell them cap it at V6, cap it at 1,000 horsepower and continue. Now, instead of giving them leeway to build a car, ikae hata itoshane na basi. You remember back in the day, people were coming with 6 wheels. Sikulikuwa na Formula 1
dimensions lazima ziwe enacted.
Si ndio? Kitambo hazikuwa. Ndio maana we had people coming with 6 wheels. Ndio maana we had people who started designing, you know what? Bring a wing. Eka wing pale. We see how this will affect the car performance na vitu kaa hizo. Active suspension. Wengine wakakuja hadi na ABS.
With fans.
But aren't you glad that we had those technologies?
So I'm telling you, it's over the years. See, Formula 1 has been how many years now? 70 years. Over the years, hizi ni vitu zimeenda zikishediwa off the regulations. Sasa wewe uko step 1. These people are in step 70. Wako season 70. Wewe uko season 1 bado umesema, you know what, give them 100 barrels of gasoline ama E95 ama E40 85 whatever. Na let them race ama and give them specification. No, I'm telling you, hivi kianza, hivi ndio walianza. Walisema, you know what, gari zikaange hivi, then let's race.
Different tire manufacturers, you can chagua tire.
Then over the years wakaenda wakiona it's causing such and such, shed it off. It's causing such and such, shed it off. That's why we are here currently. Look at how long this set of rules has lasted. 4 years. Sindio?
Yeah.
4-5 years. 2020?
And the ones that have come, pia hizo zitachenjiwa.
Zitachenjiwa. Homologation has to happen.
Like the changing of rules na nini is constant. See ati they will reach a time when we will no longer need to change the rules.
And the reason they change these rules are the reasons you're putting up. You want to see ingenuity. You want to see people being more creative. That's the reasons why these rules are always constantly changing.
Okay. So.
And if they have to change the rules, they can't change the rules and say, you still have 100 liters, or now you're cutting it down.
Kwanza historia yako 100 liters
Something else has to
see, Kwali, how many liters of fuel are they using Paris?
I think it's 110.
110?
Yeah. Mushiri, you see, before work as we know it, before Hypercar, in work as we know it, we had the LMP1. If you go through the years, that sport was dying a natural death. Because you had guys like Toyota, you had guys like, I think also Audi had a crazy stint of proper domination. I think also Porsche also had like also another crazy stint. People stopped watching these races because it's 100% you know Toyota is going to.
How come other teams didn't catch up?
Can this also be applied in Formula 1?
Because Toyota had this locked-in advantage that this other team. Because you see, when you just say this is a blank paper, you don't know what that other person is doing. So even if you try to catch up to them they are still moving forward. You will never catch up to that person because they're not limited. Now, that did not incentivize some other manufacturers. Teams and other manufacturers started dropping off the sport. Because no matter how hard they try, they will never catch up to that guy. And that is how LMP1 in work was suffering a natural death. So now when they came with these regulations, they were like, hey, let's wipe out LMP1. Let's have a new division or a new category called Hypercar. Then now Toyota was inside there. Porsche came in. Ferrari came in. Alpine came in. BMW came in. Because now it's a different set of regulations, but it can now create an incentive
that
for manufacturers who are coming in, because you're not coming in and you are trying to from a blank slate.
Who are regulating work?
The
FIA.
FIA, yes.
Is it safe to say, like, they also saw this in Formula 1 to some degree, because Formula 1 has been moving crazy and Formula 1 has actually picked up as a sport? Because I'm not throwing shade, but your time Mercedes were dominating. People are falling off the sport. Pole. Like even Honda was struggling to get, McLaren was struggling to get sponsorships because Mercedes were too far gone. They figured this thing out, and they're the only ones who seem to have figured it out. And the people who come to challenge are challenging by illegal means. I'm talking about Ferrari. Nakuja na fuel gate na vitu kaa hizo. And it got to a point where by the FIA were like, you know what? This can't happen anymore. So we have to have a way of balance out the whole field, so that we can have teams, even the lesser teams and the cost cap, because the whole concept of the introduction of the cost cap need to limit guys like Mercedes and the Ferraris and those guys.
But turning up with a new power unit every race, man.
Yeah.
But that was taken care of by the cost cap.
Yeah, but still, cost cap can't take care of everything. Again, like I'm saying, if you can still afford the best in class, you'll always have an advantage. So you have to find ways to mitigate that extra advantage people
work
have.
Is chaotic.
Na sasa umeanza kuona venye teams zimekuwa zikirishafle. Sasa mtu anatoka McLaren comfortably anaenda pale Aston Martin. Mtu mwingine anatoka Aston Martin anaenda Ferrari. Like everything, akina Mike Crack, akina nini. Like you think McLaren will have stood a chance wangeendelea na ile mchezo walikuwa wanaendelea nayo?
Okay, history nasema
maximum
this thing you're saying of sijui team join in na vile Cadillac.
Unaonaka the thing you're saying being removed
before he joined.
The thing you're saying being removed, the MGU-H. Like, see, there was a whole fiasco about a lot of companies, manufacturers were complaining. After you even mentioned about how it being expensive and expensive technology, and guys complaining about, you know, the ability to create it, because it also requires a certain level of
just
expertise.
Know that 911 Turbo S, the new one, has it.
Na kwani you think everybody works at Porsche's factory? Na si Porsche are making losses.
Not with the Cayenne.
95 points.
Umeona venye Porsche si hata wana drop out of work. Do you know even Porsche are dropping out of work because of historial losses?
Not with the Cayenne brand.
No, but listen, hear me though.
Maybe
Porsche
the
also
911.
dropping. You're only seeing the glamour in, you know, the ingenuity and all this, but huangali the feasibility in the ability to tengeneza hizi vitu, to create these things.
Okay.
It's a double-edged sword. So lazima ukue.
Okay. Okay.
But we see what you're saying, Dr. Evil. Joining like that evil scientist.
I just feel like kuna some ingenuity that we are missing. That we could have been aware of. Like there was a time Toyota in WRC when they were cheating. They had this expanding turbo, a turbo that could become bigger the more unaenda. I don't know how useful it could be, but if you are locking down, I know there's some technology that right now we could have, but we don't have, because there's no way ungeka hiyo technology in the car na iwe legal. Formula 1 watakata. But it's illegal because of those regulations. But I know there's a technology hidden away from us because of that. And that is where my issue is.
Can you have a patent for nuclear powered cars?
Ndio tulikuwa tunataja element 115. Kuna jamaa kona element 115 at the back of
na vibranium.
By
the element the Marvel universe.
If there's a team that can have that.
Wait. What on a pull up na carbon fiber in is pulling out.
Vibranium. Niko akuje.
Akinigonga inamgonga pa.
If there's a team that is going
Is
to
this
come
the
up,
Wakanda thing? Yeah, from the suit that when you hit him, it hits you back.
if there's a team that is going to come up with this alien technologies, Ford.
Kuna Americans when Germans are alive. No.
It's Americans who are keeping these UFOs.
Area 51. Ford koko wanapika.
You know, Ford is like
so umesema our eyes tuangalie hiyo Red Bull vizuri next year. Unasema Red Bull watakuza
Alien technology.
there's a point inapitia underground.
umesema itakuwa ikiteleport in between races. Lap sijui fulani yame skip turn 6 and 7 ametokea turn 12.
Utaiona. You'll see.
Because Cadillac are coming with Ferrari. I don't even know why Cadillac didn't develop their own.
They're going to
the Ford,
but the entry season, then I think the first 2 years, then they are now catching up to wajue, okay, hii engine ya Ferrari nakaa hivi, they study it properly, then wengine. Even they stand on business now, they wanted to be in the sport ASAP. You know,
okay.
They wanted to be in the sport ASAP.
Maybe it is only the opportunity they had of getting in.
Yeah,
because haikuwa easy to get
speculation, haikuwa like the thing Porsche were doing, haikuwa bidia, ni kama tunataka kujoin ati tubembele. Zizi, hawa walikuwa like, listen, we want to join and we want to join now. Now, sahi, we've seen this sport has money. And fair play to them because how many races are in America? Miami, Texas, Las Vegas,
baby.
Montreal?
Montreal hapo Canada. So tunaweza Mexico hapo chini yao.
Hata Sao Paulo.
Na Sao Paulo. These are 5 races in the Americas. 6.
Like an American watcher, your time in favor. Unlike us.
Yeah, akiona tu what's your guy's name? The driver. Akiona Sergio Perez ameshinda race, next day dealership. I want that Cadillac. Nataka hiyo Cadillac. You get me? Akiona sijui who are they paired with? Their number 2s. Bottas. Some guy from Finland akiona Bottas. So the Cadillac is like that. And unajua Trump rolls in a Cadillac. So Beast is always a Cadillac. It's a rendition of a Cadillac.
I don't know what kind of fiasco the American. I don't know what will be the American thing Cadillac brings. Because I don't think hers is American enough.
NASCAR watchers and the American market in general. People who haven't... Because Americans don't typically watch F1 like that. We know these guys are trying to penetrate that American market.
But they trust the Cadillac brand.
But the Cadillac brand being in there, they're like, so which team do I support, eh? Wanaenda pale wanapata Cadillac all black kwanza. You know, I'm also kind of supporting these guys. So
but where chini imagine you are American. Like no. You can be indoctrinated to being an American. No. Really? Why you even sing their national anthem?
Wait, bana, that's just banter. Just banter.
You do.
Do what?
Sing their national anthem.
See, that was just because Logan Sargent was here and he was an American. And hey, man, we have to give this guy some of his flowers. But this guy, we need that kanini, a bald eagle. Najua ile adlib ya the bald eagle. Inafaa yekwe hapa. Kitaja anything American tuna. Not American thing. But yeah, today has been one hell of an episode. But I don't think tumeka hapa tukiongelea. But I think the debate thing actually took it in a certain direction.
For 2026.
The debate, that whole debate fiasco, for the people who will enjoy it, I had fun debating. I really had fun. And did you?
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Wewe kwanza kutoka leo Dr. Evil. Unajua, you know that guy from wale wase wenye huko ngatuna some ingenious plans. Yeah, he just wants to
there's technology that we have been hidden from. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys keep it locked. Catch you guys on the next one. I've been your boy Ace, Travel Man himself, twice as nice, smooth as ice. Never had a bad day in my life. Waiting for that Brazil podium from Lewis Hamilton. And to my right, sign out.
It's done, man.
Sign out.
Mushiri.
Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.